What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim at Full Grip Games. The entire set list for Champions Path, a mini set due out September 25th, has been revealed. There's some really exciting new cards in the set, and I can't wait to show them off in this video. Let's take a look. Major shout out to PokeBeach for the news story and all of the images and translations right off the bat. I mean, you can't miss this thing. There is a shiny Charizard V, never seen before, has not been released in Japan yet. We are getting in our upcoming Champions Path set. This is insane. Not only is there a shiny Charizard V, which is a reprint of the Charizard V from Darkness Ablaze, but we're also getting a special Rainbow Rare Charizard V Max, which is also a reprint from Darkness Ablaze. So two incredible new artworks for this already popular Charizard V and Charizard V Max card. I cannot wait to open some of these in Champions Path. These should be some major chase cards from the set, and the sky is the limit as far as what these cards are going to be worth. So obviously collectors, myself, players, got to be excited about these new Charizard V and Charizard V Max artworks. They look absolutely amazing. PokeBeach reports here that every booster pack comes with a guaranteed holo card. The set also includes reverse holo basic energy. They take the reverse holo slot, obviously, and are randomly dispersed in booster packs. The sword and shield energy are some of the coolest energy in recent memory. I really love the flat holo foil pattern we've got on those, so definitely stoked to see that the sword and shield energy are getting some nice treatment here. And according to PokeBeach, it looks like this set is going to be comprised of a lot of various Japanese sets. We've got some cards from Eruption Walker, Infinity Zone, Legendary Heartbeat, Shocking Volt Tackle, and the V Starter decks, and the Charizard and Grimmsnarl VMAX starter decks. So it looks like we're kind of just getting a lot of previously unreleased cards that have been printed in Japan, but then also that shiny Charizard, which has not been seen yet. How exciting is that? We've got the new Venusaur V here with its attack Solar Typhoon, deals 220 damage. This Pokemon cannot use Solar Typhoon during your next turn. And then Pollen Bomb for 2 grass and a colorless does 80 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is asleep and poisoned. There's a Beedrill in the set as well. Poison Jab just does 80 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned for just 1 energy. That is pretty nice energy to damage output ratio, but not as good as the Knockout Needle Beedrill. I think that Beedrill is really neat. We're also getting a new artwork for Eldegoss V. Check that out. Incredibly cute. Got to love that. Eldegoss V, one of the most popular cards in standard format right now. It's absolutely amazing. So to get a new artwork for that means we're going to have 3 artworks on Eldegoss V. There's the full art, the regular art from the set, and now this new art from Champions Path. We've got a new Incineroar V as well. This card, the artwork on this thing's phenomenal. I mean, big props to Pokemon. They are producing some incredible looking Pokemon cards, and this card is no exception. 220 HP. The pose on this Incineroar is just amazing. Fire type, the fire belt. I mean, everything about this card just looks amazing. I think this is going to be a very popular artwork for collectors. The attacks are pretty good too. For 2 fire and a colorless, Grand Flame does 90 damage, and you get to attach up to 2 fire energy cards from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So it helps kind of keep that momentum going and helps you accelerate energy onto bench Pokemon while dealing 90 damage, which is nothing to scoff at. And then Flare Driver, 220 damage. This Pokemon does 30 damage to itself. I really like this card as kind of an early momentum builder, maybe in Mewtwo and Mew decks, things like that. Playing a similar role to Victini V, which can accelerate energy out of the discard pile for just 1 energy, but getting to deal 90 damage and accelerating 2 energy out of the discard pile is super good. So I definitely really like that. There's a new Scentiscorch as well. As you can see, Heat Roller does 140 damage and Searing Flame does 50. Opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. I love the artwork on this card. I love the background. I think that the artwork on this is definitely top notch, and we've been seeing this a lot in the Pokemon trading card game lately. The artwork is just all phenomenal, top notch. The card production on these cards has been absolutely stunning recently, and I really like the artwork on that particular card. We've got a Sharpedo as well. Artwork is great. It's got an attack Aqua Jet for 1 water energy, does 50 damage and snipes 20, but with that new Goggles card, that's coming out soon. You could do 50-50, which is kind of neat. Not super great, but definitely an interesting little card. Moving on, I am really excited about Wailord V. It's got 280 HP. You put a toughness cape on this thing, and that's 330 HP, just as much health as any Pokemon V Max in the game, except it's a basic, and it's only worth 2 prizes as opposed to 3. I think this thing is going to go awesome in Frostmoth decks, but the cool thing about this card is that you can accelerate energy to it without using Frostmoth. There is that pump up attack, which allows you to attach up to 3 water energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. Perfect for powering up its massive Ocean Wave attack. For 4 water energy, you get to flip 3 coins and does 120 damage times the number of heads. So you can play this with the Glimwood Tangle Stadium from Darkness Ablaze, which allows you to reflip any coins for an attack if you would like to after you perform that attack, and that gives you a pretty decent shot of being able to deal some reasonable damage with the Wailord V. I mean, if you hit all 3 heads, that's 360 damage or 1-hit KOing Eternatus V Max. Absolutely huge. Even 2 heads, 240 damage, you're 1-hit KOing Zacian V. I mean, the math really adds up on this thing very well. So I think 2 or 3 heads, you're going to be very happy with your Wailord V's attack, and with Glimwood Tangle, you're likely to get 2 or 3 heads into flips. Dreadnought V and Dreadnought V Max are really cool as well. Dreadnought V has this ability Hard Shell, as does the V Max. They both take 30 less damage from attacks, which is really cool. If you put, big charms on this thing, then it's going to be really difficult to knock out. The Dreadnought V has an attack Power Bite. It deals 130 damage, and the defending Pokemon cannot retreat, so nice little trapping attack there. And then Dreadnought V Max, G Max Stone Surge, does 160 damage. You can get to flip a coin. If heads, you do 80 more damage. Now, I'm not entirely sure that this card is much better than Lapras V Max, but it is a big, beefy 320 HP Pokemon that has that nice little ability like Dubwool V does, which decreases damage dealt to it by 30, which can certainly be very good, as we've seen with Dubwool V. Finally, we're going to be getting our hands on Gardevoir V and Gardevoir V Max. Both cast as Psychic type, as they're no longer printing Fairy types in the Pokemon trading card game, but these cards are really well designed. I just love the artwork on them. I think they look phenomenal, and they're pretty good as well. Gardevoir V's got 210 HP and 2 attacks. Magical Shot for 1 Psychic energy, deals 30 damage, and then its second attack for 2 Psychic and a colorless. Overflowing Wave does 120 damage plus 80 more, so 200 if you healed any damage from your Gardevoir V during your turn. And healing is definitely the concept with this line. As we see, the Gardevoir V Max also has a healing attack. It's Max Cure attack for 2 Psychic and a colorless, deals 180 damage and heals 50 damage from this Pokemon. Now, they do have an unfortunate weakness to Metal. Metal is one of the strongest types in the game right now, with Metal Saucer and Zacian V both posing as major threats, but I do really love the artwork on these cards, and I think that they are pretty strong in maybe a potential meta with a little bit less Zacian running around. Up next, we've got Alcremie V and Alcremie V Max. Alcremie V's got 170 HP and 2 attacks, Scattered Sugar for 1 Psychic energy, heals 30 damage from each of your bench Pokemon, and then Sweet Splash for a Psychic and 2 colorless, deals 100 damage, and if the defending Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, it cannot attack during your opponent's next turn, which is cool because there's a lot of basic Pokemon running around in standard format right now. Alcremie V Max is pretty sweet. If we just ignore that metal weakness for just a second and talk about how good these attacks are, it's got 310 HP, and its first attack there, Decorate for each of your bench Pokemon. You get to search your deck for a Psychic Energy card and attach it to that Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. I really love that. It helps set up a bunch of other Alcremie Vs on the bench for a big G Max finale. It does 60 damage, times the amount of energy that you discard from your Pokemon in play. You can discard as many energy as you want from your Pokemon in play, and you could deal huge 1-hit KO attacks with that G-Max finale. So I really like that, and I think that this is a very cool card, and I love the artwork on it as well. It's just a giant cake. What's not to love about that? Grapploct V also going to be in the set. Fighting type Pokemon with 210 HP and 2 attacks. Bind Up does 20 damage. If the defending Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. So another kind of disruptive attack there for basic Pokemon. And then Moonsault Press deals 120 damage, and you get to flip a coin. If heads, it does 100 more damage. Is it better than Lucario V? Probably not, but a cool card nonetheless. Now, one of my favorite cards from this set, I'm skipping all the way to it, is Trubish. Would you just look at that? This is one of the best artworks, if not the best artwork from Champions Path. Sorry, Shiny Charizard, you cannot compete with this Trubish. It's cute, it's adorable, it's beautiful, it's a pile of trash. I love it. right? Now it's got this attack, Venoshock, does 20 plus damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, it does 50 more damage. If you poison a Jirachi, you can knock it out. Love it for just 2 energy. This Trubish absolutely rocks. We've also got a Scrafty, which is kind of cool in the set. Its bad brawl attack does 90 damage plus 90 more damage if you played Piers from your hand during your turn. And Piers can go get that twin energy to help fulfill its attack cost. So I do like that. I think that's kind of cool. And then corner, 30 damage. The defending Pokemon cannot retreat during your next turn. We've also got a Leopard, which cannot be paralyzed. Got that Limber ability, and then Slashing Claw deals 90 damage. An Absol that does 2 for 70, pretty vanilla there. And an Obstagoon, which I really like. It's got this ability, Bad Ruler. Once during your turn, you may have your opponent discard cards from their hands. They have 4 cards left. That is a gnarly ability. Very disruptive, and its attack, Knuckle Impact. We know Knuckle Impact. Buzzwole GX had Knuckle Impact. Knuckle Impact is back, just 3 colorless energy, deals 180 damage, and this Pokemon cannot attack during your next turn. That can be fulfilled with a triple acceleration energy. Since this Obstagoon is an evolved Pokemon with 170 HP, this is a beefy dude for a 1 prize Pokemon for sure. Duraludon, the big one, not the little one that we're playing as a tech in the Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia deck. Big Duraludon's got 220 HP, but wait, there's more. Its ability, Hard Coat. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. It's like Dubwool, but on Duraludon. And it's really beefy, right? If you put a toughness cape on this thing, it essentially makes it so that you have to deal 300 damage in order to knock it out. And its attack, Gatling Slug, does 10 damage plus 40 more damage for each metal energy attached to this Pokemon. So if you have 3 metal energy on it, you're going to be dealing 130 damage. If you have 4 metal energy on it, 175, you're dealing 210, and so on and so forth. So that is pretty cool, and I like that this is a big beefy metal Pokemon to go with all of our other big beefy metal Pokemon that we already got, and the artwork on it is definitely awesome. Alright, Decidueye fans, we've got Decidueye 2, except it's a stage 1. It's got 110 HP, and it's Altaria, and I love Altaria. Very cool Pokemon with an awesome ability, Miracle Guard, which prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon V and GX. And for 2 energy, it deals 60 damage. So it pairs with Twin Energy, Triple Acceleration Energy, Powerful Colorless Energy as well. Definitely a very cool card, and we might see Altaria decks kind of fill that space that Decidueye decks are facing now, since it's so much easier to get into play. We also have a bunch of trainer cards being reprinted in the set. Some old favorites: Speed, Full Heal, Great Ball, Hop. You know that Shiftry that was revealed that turns all of your supporters into a Hop? If you just play Hop, then you don't have to worry about that Shiftry. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We've got Hop, Hyper Potion, Kaboo back at it again. We've got Marnie, Milo, Piers, Pokeball, Pokemon Center Lady, Potion, Professor's Research, Rotom Bike, and more. There's the Rotom Phone. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose a card you find there. Shuffle your deck. Put that card on top of your deck. You can combine that with the Primate Wisdom Oranguru to get whatever card you want out of the top 5 cards of your deck into your hand magically. That would be kind of cool. There's also Sonia. We all know and love Sonia for sure. And Strange Canned Food. You get to heal 80 damage from one of your Pokemon with a Psychic Energy attached to it. Then you have to discard a Psychic Energy attached to that Pokemon, clearly intended to be played with the Gardevoir V and Gardevoir V Max, which we saw earlier. We're also getting Team Yellgrunt, Turffield Stadium, and some beautiful full arts here as we see Croconaw V. I mean, these all look absolutely amazing. Croconaw V there, Gardevoir V full art, Galarian Cursola V full art, even Grapploct looks pretty sweet. Hop full art as well, and of course the beautiful Rainbow Rare, Charizard V Max, Rainbow Rares, and some Rainbow Rare supporters. The Charizard V Shiny again, and a golden, Strange Canned Food. Pretty cool. Anyways, I'm really excited about Champions Path. I think we're going to be doing an opening here on the channel. Thank you all so much for watching the video, and let me know, what do you think of our upcoming mini set Champions Path in the comments below. Also, make sure to check out fullgripgames.com. If you got extra cards lying around the house, make sure to check out Full Grip Games. We are always buying bulk singles. We could trade bulk for booster boxes, bulk for store credit, bulk for cash. If you got full arts, GXs, EXs you are looking to sell and you want to get some cash for them, you just can fill out a buy list on the website. We're always buying cards. It's very easy to do. Fill out a buy list with the cards you want to sell us. You send us the cards, we send you the cash or the store credit or the booster boxes. It's up to you. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, ring that bell, and of course, check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where I stream live Pokemon trading card game content every single weekday. Y'all are great. Have a great day. Peace.